Hi, this is Dan Kedrick, and this is vlog number 5 for IAH207. And in this vlog, I'll be discussing episode 4 of Angels in America. One thing I like to discuss was the open scene where Lewis mentions Joe cruising while being married. Cruising is like a term for when LGBTQ people go out, or I'm not sure if it's LGBTQ or just gay men that go out and into these secluded areas where other men are or other individuals, and kind of watch as they proceed in whatever act that they're doing. And in this way, I thought this was a way for Lewis to open up parts of conversations that Joe hasn't been able to speak to anybody about. And then from there, they hug, and that is actually, I believe that is Joe's first time engaging in an intimate touching with another man, and I felt like that wasn't a result of all these emotions and feelings that Joe was never able to express to finally come out. And you can see in the scene how when they're hugging, his face goes from like a stern, quite confused face to a very, very happy face. Another thing that I wanted to talk about was the relationship between Bailey's and Roy Khan. Although after Bailey's meets Roy's doctor, Roy's doctor was extremely rude to Bailey's and spoke to him about how Roy was a very important man, and the first in Bailey's and Roy's first encounter, Roy insulted him as soon as he entered the room, told him to leave, called him a moron, asked if a white nurse could treat him instead, and experienced his racist comments. And although that Roy does cheat Bailey's in this matter, was because he's scared and ashamed and is fearing for what is going to happen for the rest of his life, because he talks about how once he becomes sick, it seems like no one cares for you. And although Roy treats Bailey's in this matter, Bailey's continues on to treat him. And after he treats him, Roy talks about the things that they have in common. And to me, that was a way of Roy revealing that despite the way that he's treating Bailey's, it's not true hate. It's more of him expressing his internal feelings. Another thing that I want to talk about was Bailey's sympathy to his fellow LGBTQ members, knowing obviously since Roy had AIDS, he's came in contact with another man or another individual with AIDS. And I feel like Bailey sympathizes for Roy because he feels a strong connection to his LGBTQ community. And you can see that in the film where Bailey's and Pryor go to this church full of LGBTQ folks and just all types of people celebrating the death of members of their community who passed away and lost the battle with AIDS that they had. And from watching the other vlogs, one vlog that I really liked was by Anna Bernwald. She spoke on the idea of a very, very corrupt society, and like it's very potent in the film from Pryor and Oh, Roy. Although Pryor didn't have all the resources, he wasn't very rich, but he did have some resources. It took him a lot longer uh, to get better and get the resources than Roy. Roy is a man with money, status, and one of the best connections in the world. And you can see how, because of what Roy has done in his life and the things that he's influenced, he has the power to get these resources. But the reason he's scared and fears for what's going to happen next in his life is since becoming sick, it seems like no one cares for him. From before in the film, he was always talking about people or speaking to people, very important people, and now it seems the only people he's coming into contact with are the individuals he's reaching out to get aid. And now I feel like it's opening his eyes to how the real world works, and from being on one side of the table and flipping and becoming sick and seeing how the real world is. And I feel like that's why he's very fearful for what's going to happen next in his life. And that idea came from Anna Brenwald, and that was my position on it.